Hey, how's it going, everyone? My name is Derek Afasi. I'm the owner of Afasi Financial Group and RetireSharp.com. Today's topic I want to discuss with you guys pensions and pension options, whether somebody might have just received a notice that their pension plan is going to be giving them a lump sum option, or they could trigger their annuity option, giving you subsequent payments for the rest of your life or yours and your spouse's life. So I want to kind of go over what the differences are between these, how you might be able to leverage a lump sum buyout, or why the company, is giving you a lump sum buyout because it's probably not going to be most advantageous for you, and they just want to essentially get that risk off of their books. So I want to show you how you could actually determine whether or not it makes sense to take the lump sum buyout, and then you could leverage it in your own monies and leverage essentially your own annuity, basically turn it into like a personalized pension that could give you higher income than the annuity option that they're currently providing to you. So what happens is individuals typically working for a company and the employer is investing their retirement on the back end, something known as a defined benefit plan. These are pension plans. So if you were fortunate enough to get a pension, that's an excellent thing, because what happens is right when you suffice X amount of years of service or you suffice your retirement age, this specific entity, this specific employer could say, okay, you worked here for 25 years. This is exactly, we're going to give you, $40,000 every year to the day that you pass away, right when you hit age 62, whatever that case may be. So each and every year that individual is working, saying, okay, well, this is good. I could, enjoy my job as long as, the company's being really good to me, because by the time I hit my 60s or my late 50s, I could retire and then I don't have to work another day and I'm getting paid a type of retirement paycheck. So this is the defined benefit. The more common types of retirement accounts now are something known as defined contribution plans, and that's what includes like the 401ks, the 403bs, the thrift savings plans, etc. And what all that employer is saying is, okay, we have a type of retirement account for you. You figure out how to invest it on your own side, and eventually, if this thing is large enough, you could retire. But basically, all the risk is on you. The risk is not on us anymore to pay you that retirement paycheck each and every year. So this is what a pension option is. So a lot of times we have individuals that call our office and they say, hey, listen, I'm getting this lump sum option. I'm not sure whether or not I should take the lump sum or whether or not I should just take the annuity income stream that they're, that pension income, that lifetime income stream that the pension is offering me. And typically, what happens is when a company is giving somebody that option to say, okay, we'll give you a lump sum, it's probably because they have too much risk on their books. It's probably because they just want to basically pay the person off so that they have to understand that as increases of mortality tables, as individuals are living longer and longer and longer, well, that's going to be a larger risk, larger risk, larger risk on that specific employer to make sure that they're keeping up and they're paying out those income streams, each and every month for every individual that's on their books. So this is why a lot of times companies have started to gravitate towards that lump sum option that states, okay, we could give you, $30,000 a year for lifetime income, or what we'll do is we'll give you $700,000 and a buyout option right now. So many times individuals see the shiny object, they see the 700,000, they go, oh, I'll just take this and, I could reinvest my money and then everything will be good. Well, yes, that is true, but you want to make sure that you're treading lightly. If you're going to take the lump sum option, you want to designate this towards safe monies, towards at least producing that income stream, at least getting that income source properly set up. So you're using a portion of this lump sum, and then you could use the other those other dollars as fund monies. So let's say if you're receiving $30,000 as your pension income, but they're giving you a $700,000 lump sum benefit, a buyout option. If you're, let's say 60 years old and you could go and place into a specifically designed IRA contract with a lifetime income rider, and that income rider will produce you $30,000 of income, and this only costs $500,000 to produce that same $30,000 result, well, then it makes sense to take the lump sum and then use it in your own favor, use it in your own age, use it with your own situation, because now you have $200,000 of liquid cash, of monies you could designate for emergencies, for fund monies, for speculation, whatever you want to do. Time and time again, what I do is I see this mistake that individuals would get a small lump sum option. Let's say they're getting paid $30,000 of income, and then all of a sudden they get the buyout option of $250,000, but it requires If you want to do it on the personal side, on a personal pension side, such as leveraging an annuity contract or an IRA with certain income riders, well, it might cost you $500,000 to get that same result. So if you're using 250,000, it's only going to provide you $15,000 of lifetime income. So you just want to kind of pick your poison and make sure that when you're looking at these, you're able to match it up specifically to your area, able to match it up specifically to the best contract, so you're not falling victim to the most common mistakes. And the company doesn't care because they're saying, okay, he took his lump sum option, she took her lump sum option. You know, all of that risk is now off of our books. Yes, we had to give them a nice lump sum, but ultimately, throughout the long time, the long time, it's going to actually be more beneficial for us as employers to not have that longevity risk on our books. As people are living longer and longer and longer, you know, we don't want to have that specific risk to keep paying out these dollars and siphoning it out of our actual accounts. The three main things that I always talk about, and I say how an individual could comfortably retire, whether they're nearing retirement or they're currently retired, is they want to make sure that they have their income sources covered. If they're receiving Social Security income, if they're receiving pension income, if they have, you know, rental income, whatever that case may be, is their income source covered to suffice their expenses? If somebody has $50,000 of expenses, has $30,000 that's coming to them of Social Security income, then they take the lump sum option of the pension. Well, what's the smallest dollars of that lump sum that you could go and make sure that you're getting a guaranteed income source for that remaining 20,000, so that you're sufficing that $50,000 goal. Don't get caught up in the shiny object and saying, oh, this is a lot of money, this is, you know, $200,000, $300,000, because at the end of the day, you know, what exactly is that value on an income source? How exactly can you leverage those dollars properly? Don't just go to an investment advisor that's going to say, oh, well, you know, based upon our allocations, you should have this good rate of return, because that's all speculation. You don't want to throw your dollars in speculation and fall victim to that reverse dollar cost averaging effect of mutual fund related fees, if that's what the advisor is suggesting. Advisor fees, because he's not going to do that for free. He's not going to give you those recommendations for free. Downward market loss potential, large hit, just like in 2008. And then you're trying to pull income from an account and you don't know really how to pull this income. And then you have inflationary risk that is also taking up, saying, you know, your expenses, there's going to be a portion that are going to be fixed and another portion that are going to have inflationary expenses. So you just want to make sure that you're leveraging your lump sum amount properly, you know, to make sure that it's worthwhile. At the end of the day, if the income stream is a lot better on the annuity option, the pension options for the annuity stream, don't use the lump sum option. Don't take the lump sum option, because now you have income sources that are covered, and then you also have Social Security income. And the best problem to have in retirement is having too much income. You know, no one's ever going to complain if they have too much income, too much cash flow that's coming to them each and every year. Income that they could never outlive. That's how you accomplish a confident retirement. The second aspect that I always talk about is you want to have sufficient amount of emergency funds. And the third aspect is you want to make sure that you have inflationary protection. And that's exactly how you could customize it. So there's times where an individual is 55 years old, they're getting paid a lump sum pension option, and they think it's a great idea, where most likely it's not. You know, maybe the best contracts are not going to be for that guy who's age 55. Or another option where you have an individual that's age 65, where a lump sum option might make the most sense because they're a little bit older. You have higher contractual guarantees on the private marketplace, whether using insurance companies and their guaranteed income riders and IRAs, etc. But it all depends upon your specific situation. You know, you just want to make sure it's tailored, and do not make the mistake. You know, I've recently dealt with an individual that last year I told him, he said, oh, okay, I'm getting $200,000 of a lump sum pension, but he was getting X amount of income each and every month that was guaranteed to him. All he had to do was just wait 1 year. I told him, listen, based upon the best contracts out there, based upon the best guarantees, and this was even a year ago where contracts were a lot better than they are today, I said, do not take this $200,000 lump sum option. It's a shiny object. You're going to be shooting yourself in the foot. Well, of course, they didn't listen to me, and they decided to take the $200,000 and invest that into the market, and they put it all into one stock, and that stock crashed and burned. So now they only have $100,000. This is just all within that 1 year. So, I mean, now they want to look for an income source. So, you know, I'm trying to tell you guys this because We see problems every single day, and I do not want you guys to fall victim. I want you to see what negatives do occur so you're not one of those cases, which are typically majority of individuals. You have 80 to 90% of retirees are currently living at or below the poverty level in retirement. It's because the traditional planning is not working. You want to leverage your pieces properly, put it into safe, consistent accounts. Do not get caught up in paying fees. Do not pay advisor fees. Do not pay mutual fund related fees. Do not become susceptible to downward market losses. And make sure that you have substantial amount of income sources coming to you so that, and it could be customized for your exact situation. At any point in time, if you're interested and you have, a lump sum option that's coming to you and you want to figure out, does it make sense for me to take the lump sum and leverage those chips properly, or should I just take the income option for either me or me and my spouse? Is that going to be better? And that's exactly what we deal with. When you call over to our agency, it's 1-800-566-1002. We work on a national basis. And that's what we try to do is help you guys out. We offer 24/7 customer service. So you give us a call mornings, nights, weekends, whatever the holidays, whatever the case may be, and a specialist will take your call. Just say that you're interested and you saw a video online about, pension options and you want to make sure that you're doing the right thing, and we'll give you some good advice. And then on top of it, let's say if lump sum is the best option for you, we'll show you what the top results are. Well, then we might give you recommendations. But at the end of the day, it's always better to get a second opinion, to get a non-biased opinion. And because I own an independent agency, I made sure that we have access to every single carrier, every single strategy, and we have something in particular, proprietary strategy known as our Retire Sharp planning system that allows us to go through about 1,200 different strategies and options on average per individual that calls in. And if basically it's just education that you need, and you never want to get set up with a plan, well, that's what we're here for. We want to make sure we're educating you guys properly so you do not fall victim to those common mistakes. We're A+ rated on the Better Business Bureau. We've never had any bad reviews. We've always had good reviews, no complaints. And I want to thank you very much for watching this video. And at any point in time, make sure to feel free to subscribe to our YouTube channel, Retire Sharp, so you could always have access to the most updated videos. Thanks so much, guys.